Hello and welcome back to more Slay the Spire. We're playing as the Defect, climbing up to Ascension 20. We just hit 815, which is unfavorable events. It's always the saddest one because it doesn't like impact the game too much, but you want to be able to have fun. Okay, playing against Guardian, so we could start off with card remove. We could take a shop and remove a card right away as well. So that's an option. Burning Elite is right here, which is pretty late. The only way to hit the Burning Elite is by facing another Elite. But that Elite does have, like, a lot of good prep before it. You can... I don't like the double question marks, but I do like that you get basically 3 combats, 2 question marks, and then the fire, and then the Elite. And then you get to get the treasure before the second Elite. And you can bail. So, like, if this Elite's really hard, we can go this way, and then end up, like, not fighting anymore. The most elites we can take is 3. If we go this way, you know, we're locked into like Burning Elite or this Elite. So it's actually, we have like 3 different like tiers where we can bail. We could, I mean, I guess we could bail right here. Because we could go this path and not fight an Elite until all the way over here. Then we could get here and bail and then go this way. Or we could get like here and then bail and go this way. So I'm interested in this path. Probably starting here and going that way. The other option would be card remove and then taking this path and just get, I guess I want this fire. So you can go like here, into here, into here. So either this way or this way are interesting. If I take 3 random potions, that'll be pretty good, but I'm likely to get at least 1 or 2 potions from the enemy's combats. And card remove is something that's permanent and pretty good against the Guardian, getting rid of a strike. I like a lot. So I think I'm going to go card remove, take the shop, remove another card, and or buy a potion. Curse for max HP I don't think is worthwhile. Let's card remove, get a strike out of here. And I'm just going to go... Can I remove a second strike or do I remove a defend? I guess we'll see what the first... I'm going to go this way. I think this shop is worth it. I want to see what the first combat looks like. Well, okay, we get to go defend, and I think the fight's going to last long enough where dual cast isn't going to be more damage than just having this lightning orb for the next couple turns. I could be wrong, because dual cast would have done an extra, like, 15. Oh my gosh, this is great. Triple defend. No damage to him, but no damage to me. He's blocking. Now we get to dual cast. Oh, dude, what a good start. When you beat Jawworm and take, I think, no damage, what a good place to be. Sweeping Beam, boot sequence. Sweeping Beam's so important. Just take the Sweeping Beam. So now that I got an attack, almost certainly just going to card remove a strike. Because starting off removing all these cards is really strong. I could buy a potion, but I think I'm just going to get a strike out of here. Our deck's really small. I could buy Rip and Tear. It's not the best card, but it's... I mean, that's 14 damage for 1. Yeah, actually, for now, that will make me strong early enough. That's a pretty good one to upgrade. It just guarantees that I have some amount of damage going on. Sweeping Beam coming in clutch. Down to 7. Let's just double defend here. I could dual cast and try and get lucky to kill that slime, but then I'm taking damage. And I just don't want that. 5 damage to a random enemy twice. Okay. That is the downside of Rip and Tear, but it's actually better that it hit this dude because strike only does 4. So I guess I wanted that to happen. Let's go Slimed Strike. You're dead. Dude, this is like the best start. I've had some really unfortunate fights. I will take a Cold Snap. Do I want 1 question mark? Yeah. I could just get all card rewards and basically like Pandora's box myself. Let's just get a really strong deck. No question marks. Rip and Tear, defend. Okay. Hit this one? Dang it. Well, we got 1 to 1. Sweeping Beam kills. And then... I think this still kills, yeah. Dude, look at this start. Colorless Potion, Loop, Streamline, Hello World. Okay. Do I need a streamline now? I have Sweeping Beam, Rip and Tear, and Cold Snap. I don't know if I need a streamline. Loop is pretty good, especially with Cold Snap. I can get some stuff going on. Upgraded Loop is really good in the longer fights. And then Hello World is good, but it does kind of dilute your deck. I'm going to take Loop. Okay, this is the first hard enemy fight. Let's go Rip and Tear, Loop, Defend. Loop will do more damage than Strike in the long run. Or at least the same amount. Can I kill? This is 16 plus 6 is 22. Plus another 6 would be 28. So if I... No, I can't kill here. So given that I can't kill, and I'm drawing Cold Snap Strike, I think this is the time to dual cast. Down to 13. Yeah, Sweeping Beam into that would just do that. So I'm double defend, and I should be able to kill either next turn or the turn after. Next turn it is. Okay, Rip and Tear. Really good start so far. I'm liking all of it. Is it time for a charged battery? I think it is. Big fan of charged battery. So we're gonna upgrade. This adds 4 damage. Upgrading Zap is pretty good. Upgrading Loop can help against some enemies. I think Sweeping Beam. If we fight the sentries, this adds 3 damage instead of 4, but this adds 9 damage against the sentries. We're gonna go here. I'm gonna just go for the Burning Lead. We got a potion. We're at a pretty hefty life total. And if this goes poorly, we just go over here, take this, rest. We're good to go. I also just don't have money for the shop. Wow, look at this start. Sweeping Beam. Rip and Tear. I can just strike to kill, or I can dual cast. Dual cast is likely to do excess damage. I'm gonna strike to kill. I have so much block, I should be able to block this damage. Unfortunately, I can't. So I'm taking 5. That's okay. That again is Ascender's Bane, like, doing damage to us. Cold Snap. So we took 5, not the end of the world, Distilled Chaos. We got 2, wow, we got a Seek. Love that. It's not actually that great in the beginning. I mean, it's fine, but late game Seek is amazing. Okay, Gremlin Knob. This is such a bad opener. I'm going to Distilled Chaos here. Great. Yeah, I feel like if I don't get something going, I'm just gonna die. Let's play a Zap. Strike, Sweeping Beam. Let's go Zap, Rip and Tear, and Loop. And then with this start, I should be okay now. Thank goodness for potions, right? Let's go Strike, Strike. Do I dual cast and or charge battery? Charge battery is really confident. Dual cast would do 15. I take 10 extra damage, but let me see. I dual cast. This does 15 extra. So right now he's taking 6 down to 29. And then he'll take another 6 down to 23. It's pretty unlikely that I could do 23 damage. I would have to draw a Rip and Tear and Sweeping Beam. And that would be exactly 23. If I dual cast, then he takes 16 plus 3 is 19. He falls to... Yeah, that's way better. I'm going to take an extra 2 damage to make it so much more likely that he dies. Because he's at 13. 1 Rip and Tear kills. Yeah. And I'm glad I did, because otherwise this wouldn't have killed. I guess I would have drawn dual cast this turn, so maybe it would have been fine. Anyway, pretty happy with that. Okay, Consume. We have Loop. Loop Consume is pretty nice. We have Cold Snap. Reinforced Body is also just really good block. Given the boss we're fighting, that's another great option. Consume won't help us. Actually, it will. Against Lagavulin, it will. And we're decent against sentries. We can't fight Gremlin Knob, and we have Lizard Tail. I'm going to take a Consume. That gives us, like, later term scaling. Kunai is great. Go here. Sweeping Beam. We don't hit it. Okay. I could full block. This feels like not the best setup. Full block does give me a charged battery. I gotta deal with this dude though, and that's gonna be a problem. Sweeping Beam is important. Rip and Tear could make me take more damage. I think I'm gonna get a colorless potion here. Hand of Greed is nice. Yeah, I will take a Hand of Greed. So I can just one-shot this dude. Which means I get to play a Rip and Tear here. Okay, let's one-shot this. Oh, then I take damage. Yeah, I'm gonna one-shot the guy attacking me here. Get some gold and then double defend. Dude, Hand of Greed off colorless potion is nuts. Okay, we get to Sweeping Beam. Then Strike, Dual Cast, and Cold Snap. Hopefully, nah, I can't draw Hand of Greed, unfortunately. If I Seek, I don't think it'll reshuffle. No, alright. I tried. I could have used like a Swift Potion. I don't think it's worth doing that. Self-Repair is pretty good, but honestly, I might not need it. We have so much block. We gotta Seek, we gotta Consume. Self-Repair does make it so you just don't die, though. Especially going in, like, I could take 2 elite fights, probably, if I succeed. My problem with it is, it's bad. But if we fight, like, Lagavulin... Yeah, okay, Sentries with Metallicize. Yikes, dude. Okay, we're definitely gonna grab a Power Potion. Whew. Charge battery plus cold snap is 9 block. So static discharge is interesting. If I defrag it as a full block. Let's defrag. Defragment. Do I want to also swift potion here? I don't think so. Do this. This is the weakest one. That's a full block. Take no damage currently. Metallicize is so rough though. This is like a really, really hard fight. We have Loop. This is definitely going to need a Consume, which I might just have to use right now. I think I do have to drink. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Alright, let's Zap. That'll help. Loop will definitely help. And then double defend. Take. I guess if I was planning to Consume, I shouldn't have looped. Or zapped. Now, what do I want to do? I can Seek for anything. Part of me wants to go Sweeping Beam Consume. Because that just increases my damage. Then I'm blocking for 5. All I have to do, I have to play Consume, right? If I can set up 2 Frost Orbs, then this fight is deterministically over, essentially. Is there anything, there's nothing that costs 0 that I really want to Seek for. Because Sweeping Beam Consume is probably the best play. Unless I Seek for a charged battery. But Sweeping Beam hitting everything is so important. I could Cold Snap Rip and Tear. Maybe that's better given where I'm currently at. Dude, it's hitting them all equally. Ugh. Okay, down to 7 is great. We get a dexterity up. I'm only taking 6. I didn't play consume. I have to do 10 damage to this guy. And I draw this. Alright, well there's self-repair. Blocking for 17. I'm only taking 3. Could be worse. Could be worse. Okay. I don't think I want to dual cast this Frost, so we're just going to double defend here. Lightning does literally nothing, so we're going to be full of dazed, but we're going to get through it. This is one of the toughest Burning Elite fights I've ever had. That's 9, so defend is a full block, so slow and steady wins the race, I guess. Lightning hits the wrong dude. I did effectively 2 damage to this one. Okay, I can seek for a sweeping beam. That'll kill that one. Oh my gosh, we're through. Then 3/3/3. I'm taking 1. I will strike. Let's try and kill this one down to 10. I'm taking 1. I have so many dazed. I think I'm gonna take this 1 to gain more dexterity. And kill that guy, yes! Took no damage. Okay, that's the risk. But I'm only taking 1 damage. Okay, we get to... It's a little bit risky if I play Consume. If I play Consume, this goes away, this goes to 5, and I have Loop. Yeah, okay. We will Consume, Charge Battery. I forgot I had Loop this whole time, so I'm just blocking for 10 every turn. This is free. Full block, hit you with Lightning. Rip and Tear. I actually shouldn't have played that because Lightning at the front. Ooh, Gambling Chip. Let's go, dude. Thunder Strike. Don't have a lot of that. I'm gonna grab another Cold Snap. It's really good with all the Consume stuff. Oh my gosh, dude. Gambling Chip is so spicy. Alright, we don't want to dual cast. How's this? This blocks for 9. Do this. So I get to go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a full block. That's a really good start, actually. Lightning, yeah, full block. Block for good next turn. So 11. I can go... Consume makes this block for 4. I think we're just going to go defend, rip and tear, self-repair. It's a full block, dude's at 15 health. Then I can sweeping beam, cold snap. We heal. Beam cell stack streamline. I think I'm going to skip this one. Go here. So I'm not fighting sentries. It could be either Gremlin Knob or Lagavulin. Lagavulin is the best case scenario. I think I want to upgrade Loop. Loop is so good against Lagavulin in particular. Of course it is Gremlin Knob, but we have Gambling Chip. So I can ditch... Yeah, I could Loop plus here, so let's ditch these. Am I okay with Strike as opposed to anything else? I think so. Okay, Sweeping Beam does more damage. Rip and Tear, Cold Snap. We gain Dexterity, which hopefully doesn't matter. Although he is just doing his regular attack. I can Cold Snap. So next turn, I got a really bad hand next turn. He doesn't trigger off of Loop Plus. So that's helpful. He's hitting me for 16 minus 4 is 12. If I defend, it prevents 4 damage this turn, and then I take 2 more next turn. So I only really prevent 2 by defending here. So I'm going to strike. I think it's better to wait to defend, like maybe I defend next turn. Although... Now he weakens me. I get to self-repair for free. Then what happens? Dual cast is actually kind of bad because I have loop. At the end of combat, or sorry, at the end of your turn, trigger the passive ability of your next orb 2 times. So right now he's going to take 6. And I block for 4. If I consume, I'm effectively taking more damage. But then he's taking 10 at the end of this turn and 10 at the end of next turn. So I only have to do 13 damage. I think I'm going to consume. Take more, but it's more likely I can kill very quickly. Yeah. Turns out it wasn't necessary. But with the worst draw, it definitely... Oh, okay. That, explosive cables. Hologram's pretty good. Hologram's pretty good. Another charge battery helps a lot against the boss in particular. Because we just want, like, big block, basically. Yeah, hologram's good, but not... It's good for the late game. Not necessarily where we're at now. Especially with gold-plated cables, everything triggers again. More block, more energy. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait on hologram. Even though it is good. And I don't feel the need to run away. So, Seek is really good. But I don't quite have the energy to take advantage of the upgrade yet. Like, you can use this to find stuff, but most of the time, we're short on energy. So, I think for this fight, I just want to upgrade Consume. Gain 3 focus. Because if I just get, like, a Frost Orb in the front, that's kind of nuts. Let's ditch these 2. Do I want to ditch a Strike to try and get better? Yeah. Honestly, do I start off with Consume? It's an interesting question, because he's going to attack right away. I can hit him for 14. It's a good question. We go Cold Snap, Rip and Tear, Zap. This hits for 6, plus 14, 26. This is more reliable, so I don't just take like 50 damage next turn. Down to 6. Okay, glad I did this. We get to Sweeping Beam, Cold Snap, and then Loop Plus. Oh, dude, what a setup. Now we got Loop Plus. Sorry, my voice is going. We got Loop Plus against this dude. I feel like I've had Seek with no cards in deck the last 5 times. It's kind of frustrating. I'll just defend. Very frustrating. Because we want Consume in this spot. Okay, there's the Seek. Okay. I want to set up a Consume. If I consume into Charge Battery, this is 4 plus 5. This triggers at end of turn, at the start of your turn. So this is 4 plus 5 will be 9, and then Charge Battery will be 7. 9 plus 7 is 16, that's a full block. So we Seek, grab a Consume, play Charge Battery. Full block. And then now we have so much block against this dude. Yes. Nice. Okay, let's go Sweeping Beam. Rip and Tear, Cold Snap, full blocks, and I might as well defend for extra stuff. And then we have double triggering Light Orbs next turn, transforms him right away. This was just like a clean fight. Then we move to Double Frost against this form, Charge Battery Strike. Can't be hurt. We're invincible. Invincible. Self-repair. This doesn't hurt us. This doesn't hurt us. And might as well. Now we want to switch to lightning, which we can do. Maybe. I can't get lightning to the front, unfortunately. I can definitely sweeping beam here. Then we zap. This is blocking for 20. I'm just gonna get more energy next turn. I could play another consume. With with frost or with the loop, consume's pretty good. Honestly, I'm gonna do it. Up to 8. Rip and tear. Charge battery. Full blocking for sure. Full blocking for sure. I could probably just tank whatever he's bringing. Do that. Get 2 energy next turn. I block for 48. Yeah, I can just like full block this. We don't want to consume here, but we can sweeping beam. Cold snap. This is just a full block, man. Cold snap. Gives us extra dexterity. Next turn I draw rip and tear. Let's zap. That way I can actually get like a ton of damage down. Then I can go defend. Cold snap is very safe here. And just defend. 10, we get to block it. I don't want to consume. We can strike, charge battery, defend. This is like the dirtiest build ever, but I love it. Because like just nothing's gonna hurt us. Let's just zap, cold snap. Got him. We still have a lizard tail intact, which I have to keep in mind. Oh, buddy. Okay. I want to take these 2. Biased cog is looking a little spicy. Loop plus, biased cog, cold snap, consume. I'm gonna take this, and I want the ancient potion over the speed potion. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Frozen core. If you end with any empty orb slots, channel 1 frost. Okay. And then Black Star, elites drop an additional relic. Am I in a position to go elite hunting right now? That is the question. I have like not a ton of extra power. Not a ton of extra AoE. I mean, I have a sweeping beam. But I could see myself fighting like Gremlin Horde and just getting destroyed. Because I have a lot of block. I'm set up to beat the Guardian. I think this is a Frozen Core build. And I really want to get something that grows how many orb slots I have. So hitting one of these shops is going to be really important. I already got the Burning Elite. That's really helpful. And we do have a forced early elite. I could take 3 of them. Okay, so right now I'm looking at here, here, here. And then maybe this path. And then I can decide if I'm feeling real strong, go there. Otherwise, I could just go through all of that. Yeah, and this is the latest elite I can fight out of all of them. So let's go here. Oh, dude, this is so good. Okay. Gambler's Chip is incredible. So what am I looking for? Charge battery is better than defend. Consume plus, not something you want. I'm just ditching my whole hand. Okay. Sweeping beam is great. Rip and tear. Loop. If you end your turn with any orb slots, channel 1 frost. I hope that gives me frost here. I can seek for anything, which could be another charge battery. And then I'll just have a ton of energy next turn. I could like sweeping beam. Yeah, I think I want a double charge battery, and that sets me up pretty nicely for next turn. I take 3. I have 5 energy, and I can use all of it. That one is weaker. Cold Snap. Loop. Defend. I can zap. But that does deny me Frozen Core giving me Frost. I think I want to take less damage here. Still taking a lot. Alright, this is not looking great. Rip and Tear. You hit the wrong one, my friend. This does 10 damage to all enemies. Okay, I can kill this one. Maybe that was a little bit overzealous, because they're just going to take my gold. It's not that big of a deal. But I am running right into the shop. And I'm not even killing this one. So 6 damage short. I guess I should have played the lightning orb. It's just rough. Sometimes they run away, sometimes they don't. So this potion wasn't great. Another sweeping beam plus I will take. Love that. Yes. Card remove, 75 gold. I think at this point I'm going to cut a defend. I have a lot of great defensive options. Defend is the worst one now. Go here. Triple birds. Defend, bad. Bias cog in the beginning can be okay. This is more for the future. I like a cold snap, but I am looking for like a sweeping beam. Let's just try and hit our sweeping beams. I didn't hit any. Alright, Rip and Tear. I can knock you down. And then charge battery. Take no damage. And I should hit some sweeping beams eventually. Hopefully. Sweeping beam. Dude. Where are my attacks? Okay. I'm going to take a lot of damage here. But such is life, I guess. Consume charge battery. 22 block. Wait, I take no damage? We're invincible. Holy cow. Alright, sweeping beam. Seek 4. I mean, it's just got to be a sweeping beam. Sweeping beam. Cold snap this fella. Then we're gonna zap. Okay, you know what? We're invincible. We can't be stopped. Only 15 damage? Bro. Let's... This dude's hitting for 4. Can't quite kill him. Can cold snap. Charge battery. This is 21. That's a full block, so I get to self-repair. Dude, I'm gonna take no damage from these birds. Alright. Biased cog. Dual cast. We're almost at full health after all that. That's crazy. Ball lightning plus. That is good damage. We have double sweeping beam. I'll take a ball lightning plus. Alright, my friend, what do you got for us? Apotheosis. Love that. Turbo, skim. Wow, I want all of this, and I can only afford a very small section of it. This does feel like a deck where card remove can be pretty good. Ditching these strikes, we can get a really lean deck. Do I need an Apotheosis? I actually have a modest amount of upgraded cards. I might not take Apotheosis, which is kind of wild. I could Card remove skim. I really want to orrery. I can't card remove and take any of these. Pen is great, but this isn't entirely a Pen deck. These charge batteries are actually kind of spicy. Self-repair means I'm doing pretty okay. I am running into a fight, so I might want to get a potion. Can I go... 77 plus 41 is 108? 118? So I can't do that and card remove. I can... Yeah, I really want to get this strike out of here. Although with Gambling Chip it is less important, I guess. I also have Seek, which would be a great upgrade. Seek Apotheosis. Hang on, wait a second. I do have Apotheosis. How many bonfires am I hitting? We're probably gonna take this dude, and then maybe this. So I have like 4 fires. I don't think I'm gonna buy the Apotheosis. I think Skim is something the deck really wants. The deck could love a turbo as well with Seek. This costs 80? Yeah, Skim, Turbo, card remove. Or Duplication Potion. I think I'm going to card remove. Go here. Obtain a relic, become cursed. Do I want to rob this dude? I could have just bought the relic. 85 gold. It's going to be a long time before I can remove it. Sorry, friend. And yeah, I think I'm more likely to take these 2 elites than I am to take these 2. So let's go here. Upgrade. Biased Cog, Skim, Seeker, Turbo. I think... So now that Seek can get Turbo, things get a lot more interesting. I think I have Zap. I have Ball Lightning plus double Sweeping Beam. This does help turn 1 quite a bit. But I think we're gonna upgrade the Turbo. Then I go here. Okay. It's a lot of damage coming in early. Let's ditch this, this, this. Can I afford to consume? It's a lot of damage. 9 plus... What are you at? 14, 23. 23 damage. What am I thinking? I can consume Cold Snap, but I'm like kind of confirming to take a bunch of damage. Best thing I could hit would be Turbo and some other stuff. Consume does make like the most potential block, although Biased Cog is just currently better. I'm gonna go like this. Okay. Kind of rough. Here we are though. 15 block. Okay. I don't hate this. Let's... Sweeping Beam. I'm blocking for 10 currently. If I evoke this, it'll be 8. So if I Ball Lightning, this will block for 13. Let's go Bias Cog Ball Lightning. Full block. Down to 3. I can Seek, grabbing a Skim, which deterministically hits a Turbo. Turbo, Cold Snap, Rip and Tear. Strike. Double charge battery for extra energy next turn. Kill you. No, dude! Come on! That would have been amazing. Now I got like actual work to do. Alright, that one. Let's ball lightning. Okay, you're gonna die. Great. Loop, defend. Great. Let's self-repair, dual cast. Heal it up. Swift potion. Fusion doesn't really work with our game plan. FTL is... It's not bad, it's not good. It's kind of just there. It's hard to say no, but it's also not the most exciting card in the world. It is just an extra 5 damage, though. Especially running into an elite like this. We'll take all the FTL we can get. Ditch this, ditch this, ditch this. I like Sweeping Beam. Can I do better than Cold Snap? Yes. Yikes. I'm going to try and draw into Turbo, which we did hit. That's incredible. Alright, let's Turbo. Now we're moving. I can... What do I want to do? Sweeping Beam. Rip and Tear is good damage. Didn't want to hit that guy. I think we do Consume. I'm taking a ton, but I should be able to come back from it next turn. Consume, loop, and defend. I take like 13 damage, but get to FTL, get to Sweeping Beam, Biased Cog. Do I Biased Cog? I'm blocking for 15 plus this will be 20. I'm only taking 9. If I Ball Lightning, I'm not blocking for 20. But if I Ball Lightning, I get an extra Dexterity, which is pretty important, so we're gonna do that. It also, like, lets me actually hit for damage. 28 block. Take 1 damage. Now I'm vulnerable, so I don't like that. But I have double Cold Snap. Charge battery, defend. Somehow we are blocking our way through some of the toughest fights, which has never really worked for me before, but today's the day, I guess. Do this, let's Biased Cogged, and just defend. A lot of block. I need something that increases the number of orbs I have so badly. Let's go Ball Lightning. Charge or self-repair. Okay, FTL, Sweeping Beam. Whew, alright, you know what? Anchor is incredible in a deck like this. Chill. We almost don't need Chill with a Frozen Core. I might not take it, to be honest. I'm gonna take the Hologram. I said I was waiting for Hologram, and I think now is the time. Blue Candle, you can play curse cards. I'll take a Sapphire Key. We're gonna upgrade Seek, because now Seek can get like Skim Turbo, and now it's just really good. Or I can get like Hologram Turbo. I'm gonna take this fight and then decide based on how this goes. We start with Anchor, which is great. I start with Turbo, which is also great. I think I want better setup cards than these. Okay. FTL. Get in there. Alright, Seek Plus. You're gonna grab... Consume and Loop is what I want. How much more do I need than Consume and Loop? I could get Skim, and then do some Skim Turbo stuff. Maybe I'll go Consume and Skim. I mean, Consume and Loop does most everything. But it doesn't hit for damage. I'm gonna get Skim and Consume. Then we can go Skim. Then I can go Turbo. Then I can go Consume. Then we can Ball Lightning. I want to attack again to get the Dexterity bonus, I guess. But I don't know if I really can do that. Because I kind of want to dual cast this Ball Lightning. Because I want to get the Frost stuff going. Let's dual cast. And then hologram back a FTL. Just to get extra damage in there. Or extra dexterity, I mean. Block for 23. There's the loop. Let's go Sweeping Beam. Loop. Do I have to bias cog here? This is only blocking for 5. If I bias cog, they go up to 9. That's 18. Still taking damage. Charge battery blocks for 8, which is basically the same as playing bias cog this turn. Oh wait, this triggers twice. So this is going to be 15 plus 10. This is a full block and I get stuff. Then I can bias cog the next time around. Okay, then we go Sweeping Beam. Cold Snap. This turbo's not looking so hot right now. Charge battery, get the self-repair out of the way. 41 block is a whole lot of block. And I think it's time to switch to the offensive. Yeah. Ball Lightning. Loop is gonna trigger the rightmost orb a bunch. Do I Cold Snap Zap or Zap then Cold Snap is really the question we're asking. I think I'm gonna Cold Snap then Zap. This lets me just, I don't know, feel a little bit safer that I'm blocking for a ridiculous amount of damage here. It's FTL. Now is the time to bias cog. So this is gonna block for 18. Next turn's gonna be pretty bad. Actually quite bad. I can dual cast. Then this will do a ton of damage. Yeah, I think that probably kills. Take one, take no, oh dude. Yeah, wait. That's so spicy. Alright, you're dead. Potion belt into a potion, love that. Cool-headed scrape steam barrier. Cool-headed's actually, again, not that good when you have a frozen core, because I don't care to upgrade my stuff. I think I'm gonna skip these. And that fight was pretty easy. I'm taking another elite. Famous last words. Ditch this. Ditch Zap. Sweeping Beam. Cold Snap's okay, but I want to just hit my good stuff here. Like this. Let's start with FTL. Alright, Seek Plus. Almost always grabs Consume. And I think it's just Consume Turbo in this case. Let's go Consume. Turbo. Loop. I am taking a bit of damage here. I just realized. That's okay. Ball Lightning. Dual cast that Ball Lightning. strike, yeah. I'm gonna... So right now I'm taking... I'm gonna get Frost and block for 10. I'm only taking 4 damage, I think. It's not that bad. Gold-plated cables goes pretty hard. Here we can... just full block. Cold Snap does a bit of damage. And I don't need to biased cog yet. But when we do, boy will it be good. Skim can hit Sweeping Beam Hologram. Definitely not playing all his block, so... Let's go Rip and Tear. Well, let's Sweeping Beam first. Turbo there would have gone so hard. Then I can Rip and Tear. Rip and Tear, Self-Repair. Is that how that goes? Yes. Yes, it is. This is so greedy to Self-Repair, but look at this block that I have. I mean, I'm just blocking. Strike. Defend. I think it's just, yeah. We're just unkillable right now. We can make this switch. Let's go Biased Cog, it's time. Ball Lightning. Into a Cold Snap. Double trigger that for 10. Beautiful. Ooh. Static Discharge can make us do so much damage against the heart. That is 100%. We could do 15 times 5, or it'd be 8 at that point. But we'd have to, you know, if we're doing that, we're tanking the heart damage. Which I don't love. I think I'm gonna skip. I think we're strong enough. We don't need it. Famous last words, maybe. Oh, dude, this opener is spicy. Although they're attacking us for a ton. Here's where, Chill would be pretty good. I don't want Self-Repair. We need a lot of damage this time. We're gonna get Turbo, probably Consume. Do I want a Cold Snap? I'm gonna Consume and Ball Lightning. How do I kill the little dude? Oh, Beam Cell. Beam Cell's way better. Let's ditch this. Do I have time to consume is the real question. I think so. Or do I just go for a Biased Cognition and use my Artifact Potion? Because this is the same as playing Biased Cog with Artifact Potion. Actually, Biased Cog is better. You know what? We're going to go for Biased Cog with the Artifact Potion. We draw the Turbo, we draw the Sweeping Beam. Cool. Let's... We're going to need a lot of potions to clear this, I think. So let's see what a skill potion brings. Glacier. Okay. Glacier or Fusion are the answers. Glacier does sort of negate Frozen Core. Fusion into dual cast is like pretty spicy though. Let's do that. That's so much energy. Then I can seek for Biased Cog and a Skim. Play a Skim. We have double Sweeping Beam now. Bop. Bop. I can kill this one. Let's Biased Cog. Ball Lightning. Oh, FDL just kills. Oh, sick. We get Dexterity. Ball Lightning you. I forgot to Ancient Potion before I Biased Cog, but I don't even think I need it, to be honest. Ball Lightning you, Zap. 6 times 3 is 18. I will Turbo, even though I don't really need it. Yeah, I don't... Biased Cog's cool, but I just don't need it. Maybe I do. Rip and Tear, Hologram Seek Loop. Okay. Yeah, I definitely should have Ancient Potion, but maybe that I can save it for another fight here. Cold Snap, Loop, Defend, Hologram. Let's go Loop. I think I just kind of have to focus all my damage on this guy. Is that correct? We'll see. Cold Snap you. I can Cold Snap again, but I need this Lightning Orb for damage. So I'm just going to defend. I don't like this. Not a good spot to be. Let's FTL. Really not a good spot to be. Rip and Tear. Dude. Alright, dual cast. Kills that one, gives us a Frost Orb. Block for 12 and we take a lot of damage here. Okay, I need to kill like this turn. I should hopefully be able to. Let's skim. Turbo. Sweeping Beam. Bro, you're at 1. Oh my god. Ball Lightning. Down to 20. Sweeping Beam Strike. Should hopefully be able to take him down. Self-repair. A fusion actually might help quite a bit as well. Okay, I have to do 20 damage. Oh, I have more than one turn. Okay, that should be fine. Sweeping Beam. Cold Snap. Strike. Not my cleanest fight. Matryoshka. Not very helpful. Reboot FTL Thunder Strike. I'm not channeling insane amounts of lightning. I will take a reboot. Because reboot actually goes pretty hard with some of the stuff we have. Okay, I like most of this, to be honest. I don't want this or this currently. Or this. So I get to go consume, loop, reboot. Yeah, I'll turbo just to get a zap. Because that does quite a bit of damage. And then I can hologram back a turbo. I can hologram back a zap. I'm missing a Frost Orb, but maybe that's fine. Just do a ton of damage. Sweeping Beam. Okay. Fortunately, Turbo is in the discard pile and Hologram is gone. Taking 18 currently. I really want to dual cast. Let's use a Gambler's Brew. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the dual cast and a biased cog. Let's go biased cog dual cast. Now I block for 9, which I still take some damage, but now we're in a pretty good spot. I can FTL you, self-repair, cold snap, seek for rip and tear, and whatever. Take you down. Okay, I effectively took like net 0 damage, double energy. Doom and Gloom is a little awkward with our current build just because we get down, like Dark is so good when you can just have the orb sitting there, but this build is all about filling your orb slots in. Double energy is interesting. I'm going to take it. We're going to upgrade, I think, Biased Cog. And now I have the Ancient Potion plus Biased Cog on the boss, which is just way better. Okay. I don't need double energy and turbo plus. Do I even need turbo plus here? I'll keep it. Let's FTL. I can hologram back in FTL. I will Ancient Potion in the Biased Cog here, because that's so sick. Then I think... Yeah, we're just gonna Ball Lightning Rip and Tear. Get extra dexterity. Get our Frost Orb going. Now... I can seek for a Consume. I want Loot Plus for sure. 21. Reboot's pretty... Reboot could help us find our... Turbo. Yeah, drawing Turbo in the beginning's kind of bad. Because I would love to get it here. If I consume, I'm missing out on this Frost Orb. So let's Sweeping Beam. There's the Consume. I can grab Loop. Yeah, I definitely want to Loop. Maybe even Dual Cast. At this point though, let's Charge Battery. Loop. Charge Battery. Reboot, see if we grab a Turbo. Get an FTL, sure. Blocking for 22, so we take 15. No point in playing double energy at the moment. Really happy to get this Frost Orb in the front. Then we can self-repair, strike, charge battery. 29. I'm still taking like 6 damage. Okay, now is the time. We Sweeping Beam. Cold Snap takes this one out. I can Dual Cast, Turbo, Consume, Defend. I really wanted my orbs in a different order, but I just need to play one Frost card here. Okay, this works. We get to Sweeping Beam. Hologram can get back Turbo, which I will do. Play Turbo. Skim will draw Sender's Bane, which I've somehow not ended the turn with, which is really wild. Let's Skim. Okay. We definitely want a Cold Snap. Rip and Tear. And then Charge Battery. So I'm gonna have so much block next turn. He spawns these guys again, but I have a ton of block. Sweeping Beam. FTL on you. I mean, I'm blocking for like 30 every turn. But I have to end with a Frost Orb on the right side. I think I'm gonna Power Potion. It's a little late, but Capacitor. There we go. Alright, now we're pretty safe. Now I get all the block benefits and all the damage benefits. Okay. You're a little scary, my friend. 37, 16, 16. So we're going to Sweeping Beam. So this is 20, 30, 40, basically be 50. Let's Dual Cast. And I'm just going to get an extra Frost Orb from my potion, so that'll be an extra... Yeah, this should be a full block. 76. And now I just have to hang out. not let the Frost get like over there. Okay, now we should be able to move to damage mode. Do this, cold snap, yeah. Dual cast this one. Give us an extra frost orb. Yeah, this should be it. Dual cast also so spicy in this deck. 22, let's double energy, sweeping beam. Block for 10, holy cow. Alright, FTL, sweeping beam. Okay, we're only an hour in. We can do this. Thunderstrike, Echo Swarm, Core Surge. I mean, Echo Form, if we can make it work, which we can, is busted. I need energy so badly, and I think Philosopher's Stone. Philosopher's Stone makes the heart hit, like, so hard. I almost want to take Busted Crown. Because then I could at least block the heart. If you give the heart an extra strength, that's just 15 extra damage, almost like every other attack. Which, I've learned, not great. We definitely need one of these two. I think we're in a decent enough position where we can take Busted Crown. Less damage. Oh, dude. I fight this guy every time. Okay, Merchant, we have 1, 2, 3. An early Merchant I think is going to help a lot, but I also want to get some card upgrades. Because we want to upgrade double energy, hologram, reboot. Maybe not that many. But we have Matryoshka, so we want to get some chests as well. I could take 4 elites here after a shop. That seems spicy. Okay, starting off with this, how do I feel? 11-11. I don't like rip and tear with this dude. I might as well just keep FTL. Double energy is pretty good. Let's ditch a charge battery. Okay, we're going to FTL, the weaker one. Double energy. We can skim. There's our biased cog. I can hologram back a skim. Okay. Okay, we get to go turbo, cold snap, cold snap. Might as well bias cog. This is a full block. Let's self-repair reboot. No! Oh, we're good. We're good. Seek. Grabbing turbo. What do I want to play alongside Echo Form? Loop? Yes. Turbo. Echo Form. Loop. And cold snap. I know it denies us our last orb, but I think that's okay. I will hit the spiker here. Because we're still plenty full blocking. Okay, this hand isn't that bad. Dual cast. That's a lot of block. Cold snap you, strike ya, defend. Okay, we're up there. These dudes are exploding. I'm going to double sweeping beam. FTL still draws a card. That's so spicy. Love that. Then we want to get some lightning going on. I will zap and just charge battery. Full block the explosion. Now we gotta deal with thorns. The fun part begins. Let's skim. FTL. Don't entirely want to FTL. It's ball lightning you. We still have 9 block. Cool. Sweeping beam. Okay, turbo's great here. Turbo, dual cast, 15 block. I think you're just dead now, my friend. Nice. No damage, heal 7. Compile driver? No. Well, it draws... No, it doesn't draw well on the first turn, which is the important part. Colorless cards. I have Busted Crown, so this is pretty bad. Play the top card of your draw pile. No, with Consume, that could be really bad. I could straight up lose the game by doing that. Alright, friends. Ditching Rip and Tear, Ball Lightning. I like these 3. Let's go Skim, Turbo, Consume. I can hologram back a Turbo. I can hologram back a Skim. FTL U. Loop. And if I zap, I'm not going to get all the extra block, unfortunately. Let's strike, then reboot. Seek, can grab Turbo, an Echo form. Play an Echo form. And I should full block? Yeah, it's full block. Now I have live Echo form. Okay. I mean, I could double bias Cog. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff there. I'm just gonna get double energy out of here. So this is gonna happen twice. I'm gonna block for 45. I think I'm gonna zap here. I don't think I need that much defense every turn. Dude, gold-plated cables is so sick. Alright, FTL. U. Do that, we draw. Sweeping beam. Maybe I should have sweeping beamed first. Doesn't matter that much. We're gonna rip and tear. If I cold snap, I guess I just switch to mega damage mode, which is totally fine. And I can greedily self-repair. Yeah, let's greedily self-repair. And then do that. Full block. Okay. You're dead. Nope. Go to the shop. What are we buying? Data disk. Oh, capacitor. Alright. The build is live. Can I get both? Yes. Is there anything else I want more than data disk capacitor? Because that's kind of gross. No. There's nothing I want more than that. Do I grab a power potion just to have something? Yes. And then, I mean, honestly, we're just gonna take those 2 dudes. We have the capacitor now, so it's game over for our friends. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just go find the good stuff. Okay. Do I want a biased cog? This feels like a kind of slower fight. Let's play it a little slower. Consume. Ball lightning. Oh. Ball lightning's pretty sketchy, actually. Let's just charge battery. If he switches to giving us a curse, that would be horrible. We get to cold snap and see what happens. 24. I can handle that. We can echo form. And charge battery. Then reboot. Nothing. Okay, first card I play is copied, and this is disgusting. Then I can turbo Hologram back. Oh, consume isn't there. Well, let's get a skim. Do I buy his cog now? Let's go ball lightning. I don't think I need to buy his cog yet. Like, we're just gonna keep getting frost orbs and block everything forever. Even this I can pretty much just full block, I think. Let's cold snap though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dude, no! I forgot it was being double cast and then he's blocking. That's bad. Alright, you know what? We gotta do it. Dual cast is great here. I think I full block. I think I can block 13 times 3, no problem. Loop plus is excellent. Should have just done that. I don't know, it doesn't matter. 24. What's in here? Zap Ascender's Bane. Let's just get this out of here. I'm going to consume now that we played Loop Plus. Honestly, I think I can just play this extremely safe and not risk any potion mishaps again. Let's... First card I play is copied twice. Let's dual cast. Then I can zap. What do I want to seek for? Could seek a biased cog. I'm just gonna save seek here. Full block everything. You're taking 16. Let's see if I can ball lightning twice. Okay, 38 attack. We're full blocking. That's no problem. I will bias cog now. That's plenty of damage. It's a lot of damage coming his way. Full block. Just let it ride. Next turn's gonna be horrendous. But if I play an attack, then he could switch to do bad stuff to me. So we're just gonna do this. And he just dies next turn. We could double self-repair. I don't know. We're just winning. Okay, so a little bit of a disaster because I had to use one of my potions, but I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. Loop Plus is great. Sweeping Beam's also pretty good. Do I want Skim? Let's ditch Skim and just try and find something better. And if I hit nothing, I can hit Loop. The rest I'm okay with. Dual cast is the worst of them all. Let's FTL this one. Then we can Sweeping Beam. Loop. I'm just gonna reboot. Okay, Sweeping Beam. And Rip and Tear has a pretty good chance of killing this thing, but I think I want to Capacitor a little bit more. Because it just makes the next turns way better. Okay. Now things get interesting. Now things get very interesting. I think this is going to be a faster fight, so we're going to hologram back biased cog. Play it. Then we can cold snap this one. Turbo. Ball lightning zap. Chance of killing this dude. Did kill that guy. Take no damage. Strike. Charge battery. I mean, I can dual cast. That gets me closer to moving into damage mode. Because I have so much block. Okay. 16 times 2. We definitely want to Echo Form. 16 times 2 is 32. I'm like almost certainly full blocking this. Seek plus can grab. I guess I should have grabbed double energy. It doesn't matter that much. Sweeping beam. 14 plus 12 plus 12 is 24 plus 14 is 38. So let's cold snap. It puts a lightning. Oh, wait a second. That's a problem. Okay, killed him. So we're still full blocking. And now we have damage going. This did work out, although not the cleanest. Whatever I play first is copied. Got to keep that in mind. Going to be... Consume is pretty spicy, but then I'm not blocking this dude. Okay, now we're set up. FTL. Great. Let's lead on turbo plus double energy. Let's dual cast. Then consume. Then sweeping beam. Then sweeping beam. And I just have a ton of block now. That we could self-repair. I don't want to cold snap because it's going to move this lightning orb away. And we want the lightning orb to do all of its loop damage. Because that's one of our biggest damage dealers. Now, however, we could just go all in. Speak, grab these two, ball lightning ya. Break. Alright, meat on the bone. Not very helpful for a deck like this. Another sweeping beam. I feel like we have enough. It's not bad. Let's upgrade capacitor. Yeah. I started running out of orb slots there, even though I got to double cast this. Okay. Do I want to start off with capacitor? Probably. Cold snap can be a different damage dealer. Rip and tear is okay. We'll do this. Okay, I'm going to lead on skim. Because I could hit echo form there. Then we loop. Then we capacitor. Then we turbo. Self-repair, defend, ball lightning, rip and tear. And now we have a lightning orb on the right side to start doing damage. Go FTL. Do I want a biased cog now? I feel like the answer is no. Let's zap, charge battery. Honestly, just get this out of the deck. And just hold off on these. We're looking for echo form, which we find. Echo form. And we're gonna grab consume and a reboot. I'll just grab Ascender's Bane. Yeah. Then I can do this where you get rid of Ascender's Bane, we full block, blah blah blah. Cool. Then, I mean, double sweeping beam, I guess. Into turbo. Let's hologram back a sweeping beam, play a sweeping beam, play a sweeping beam. I will just go ball lightning into charge battery. I don't want to reboot because I want this void out of the deck. Okay. First thing I play is done twice. We're going to double cast. Then I can FTL. I will consume. Yeah, that seems good. Then let's 40. We're already full blocking. I think I want to double cast a biased cog. Let's just zap. This is going to be another, like, grindy fight, but we're blocking for a bajillion damage. They basically can't hurt us. Let's double rip and tear. Then I can cold snap. Then I can cold snap and put a lightning orb at the front. Charge battery for more energy. This dude literally cannot do enough damage to hurt me. He says, and then this happens. Let's double sweeping beam. Then skim. Turbo. Let's go zap. Then ball lightning. Now we got this at the front. We can dual cast that one. It'll just be replaced. And then defend, strike, reboot. And we eat the void. Nice. Full block. Okay, whatever we play first happens twice. Let's 18. Let's cold snap. Then FTL. Okay, at this point we're just gonna bias cog. And we're full blocking, I think. Yes, very much so. And you're gonna take a lot of damage. Got him. Horn Cleat, so we block first and second turns now. Don't really need a cool-headed. Nice. Okay, Mercury Hourglass helps a little bit with our damage. Let's take another elite. We want to be like really strong and ready for the heart, so let's ditch defend. Double energy is cool. We're gonna have to grab Echo Form. 7 times 3. Probably Echo Form and Consume is my guess. Yeah. So Seek for Echo Form, Consume. Honestly, this Cold Snap's kind of spicy in that game plan. Let's double energy. Seek. Echo Form, Consume. Echo Form, Consume. Cold Snap. Full block. Horn Cleat. So the first card I play is copied. Which hologram getting back skim is okay. Hologram getting back skim is just okay. I think, what am I looking for? I want to hit like capacitor and loop when it's the first card for the turn, which is a little bit hard to set up, unfortunately. I'm gonna charge battery so I get a ton of energy next turn. Then I can FTL. Dude. Alright, I'm still gonna cast it. You can't just not play a capacitor. I could hologram consume. No, I don't have the energy. Let's rip and tear. And just save both of these cards. We get some burn. Dude. Why? The first card I cast is copied. So 45. So this is going to be triggered. I don't have loop yet. I'm blocking for 18 right now. I think if I double cast, dual cast, it's going to be, well, this blocks twice. This will be 12 plus 12 is 24. Plus another 6 is going to be 30. So if I double cast defend, I'll be blocking for 40. So I actually want to do this. Then I can zap, defend, self-repair. Full block, and we're just going to refill our Frost Orbs anyway. There's loop. Perfect. Double cast that one. Then we want to not draw here if possible. Cold snap. Defend. 5 plus 12 plus 12. 24. So that's still a full block. So let's start getting lightning damage down. Then I can double bias cog and then just do infinite damage. Okay. Then we sweeping beam. I want to move this orb over 1. Maybe I just wait until next turn to do that, though. Whip and tear, strike. Get our dexterity. I mean, this is like... it's a lot of block. Okay. Yeah, we definitely... So the first card I cast is played twice. I gotta remember that. Let's Ball Lightning. Dual cast. Hologram back. Dual cast. A lot of block. But this way, the lightning triggers like this turn and I could just kill him here. Let's go like zap. Cold snap, you're dead. Dude, we're able to like at the flip of a switch get so much damage. I love it. Static Discharge plus. Channel 2 lightning. That is potentially a way to kill the heart. I mean, if we take 5 hits, that's going to do like 300 damage to the heart. Yes, I'm going to take that actually. Because it's upgraded. Go here. Ditching dual cast. Don't want biased cognition yet. Ditching rip and tear. We get to go double energy. Skim. Consume capacitor. Then sweeping beam. Cold snap. Getting some frost going. We get wrapped. Not a big deal. I will echo form and cold snap. This is a full block for sure. This is so much frost. Dude, this build is so fun. Okay, I can double static discharge and that's just... It's never gonna happen in this fight, but it's fun. I think charge battery is better here. I'll still play static discharge. But I'm just never taking damage in this fight right now. Okay, we can double loop. I mean, Seek grabs those two, which is fine, I guess. We're switching over to damage mode. I'm just gonna hold on to Seek. Okay, first card you play is cast twice. I think we're gonna cold snap, because we're trying to get lightning orb at the front now. And this will do that. Sweeping beam. Just defend. I think this is... We've turned the corner on damage. Yeah, double bias cog. That's so much damage. Dex potion. We're getting a lot of good potions here. I'm gonna take a question mark. There's more interesting stuff that can happen. Consume bias cog cold snap. Alright. Regular cold snap going away. Remove a card from your deck. That will be a basic strike. I'm gonna take this fight because there's a shop coming up after this fight that I want to take. Yeah, we don't want this. Loop plus is pretty good. I don't really need turbo. I'd rather find something better. Okay, well, we'll double energy, skim. Alright, consume capacitor. Definitely want to loop. So I have 4 right now, so this is going to give me 6. I kind of want to take a hit because I'm going to draw more cards. Yeah. So I think we're gonna... Oh. Too much block. This double triggers, so I'm not even taking a hit. Okay. We don't have copied spells, so we're gonna FTL this one. There's a lot of damage, by the way. In case you were wondering. We can hologram back a sweeping beam, which is great. We can reboot so we don't have to run out of echo form. 16 times 2. We're already full blocking this. That's actually insane. And do I want a biased cog? +5? Yeah, probably. Biased cog. And I'm going to see if I can reboot into a lightning card. Seek plus. You know what? Echo form turbo. Turbo. Echo form. Rip and tear. More decks. 62 block. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, we will sweeping beam. There's our zap. Defend. I really want a static discharge, but I'm just never taking damage, so it doesn't really matter. We can... I don't really want to double consume. Sweeping beam. We're already full blocking, but let's get a lightning orb to the front. Now we're switching to damage mode. And double sweeping beam should... That we can dual cast. Yeah. Lantern is great. Don't want to leap. Alright, my friend. We will recall. I had like a slight panic that I had missed one of the keys. I'll probably do it again at some point. Okay, this dude is annoying, but that's okay. Let's ditch this. Reboot gives us like another shot, but I'd rather just dig deeper into the deck here. Okay, let's go sweeping beam first. Alright, consume. Loop is going to trigger him. It's not that big of a deal. And then I will just charge battery here. I don't think I need any of these potions. Hopefully I can use all of them on the heart. Let's... We can hologram back a turbo if we need. Let's skim. There's our echo form. Yeah, I kind of have to hologram back this turbo now. I have to echo form. Capacitor's gonna make him stronger too, but such is life. And then I think I just double defend. 59 is probably enough. Plenty. Plenty! Ooh. I can double biased cog. That's a little spicy for me. He's attacking me for 44, but we should be... Let's just sweeping beam. Take these guys out of here. Do that. Let's FTL this one. One card left is a defend. So this Seek Plus doesn't really work. I'm just going to get double energy out of here. Cold Snap. That one. Defend. 18. Do I just Seek Plus for a single defend? Yeah, let's do it. 24 plus 12 plus 12 plus 6. 24 plus 24, 48 plus 6 is 50. I am going to take damage here, I think. But then I'll just draw cards and I can self-repair that damage away. Yeah, I take 10. I get to draw a bunch of cards and yeah, I think it's fine. First card I cast is played twice. At this point, let's Cold Snap you. Then we can Turbo, Zap, Skim. Okay, there we go. Sweeping Beam. Ball Lightning you. Sweeping Beam. FTL. Get some more energy next turn. We're just waiting to bias Cog until after he transforms, so we could just turn the corner and then just go boom damage. If we bias Cog too early, we could run into a spot where we just lose all of our stuff. Let's defend twice. 28. We want to consume, yes. Most of our damage comes from loop anyway. I'm gonna not play reboot to get those out of my deck. Okay, we will rip and tear. Might as well dual cast and charge battery. I would love to play static discharge, but gonna make him stronger. Okay. 44, we could just block this. Let's double sweeping beam. Get some lightning in there. Draw some cards. Sweeping beam. Let's put a lightning orb at the front. It's kind of risky. What am I drawing? I can just double charge battery. Let's put a lightning orb at the front. I don't want this fight to take like literally forever. Okay, we can start with ball lightning now. FTL. Charge battery. I keep drawing reboot and void at the same time. It's not that big of a deal though. Okay, and then we just kill here. I think we're very close to it. Charge, defend, defend. Yep, so he dies at the end of our turn, which is kind of nice. And now we want to switch to frost mode. Although we're just going to kill. It's the first card I play is cast twice. Yeah, I will cold snap. Then we can sweeping beam. Ball lightning. Zap. Dual cast is actually amazing here because then it opens up the space. We get another frost orb for free. Okay, now we can play anything we want. I'm going to play 15 times 3 is 45. I think I'm just blocking that. I'll dual cast to get it out of there. Sweeping beam. I will just consume again, actually. This is like a lot of damage and a lot of block. Alright, there we go. That's disgusting. That is so much damage. Charge battery, reboot. Honestly, leaving this here is like just so good that we're just gonna leave it there. Okay, you're dead. Alright, sorry that was so long, but we have all of our potions. We're gonna have basically, oh, I should have healed the full. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we have 2 damage against the heart. That's totally fine. Do I want to upgrade Echo Form so I don't have any disasters? Because that would be the biggest way to have a disaster against the heart, is like you reboot and you don't have the energy for it. Or I can upgrade reboot, or even upgrade hologram. Or skim. I think my deck, let me think about this. I don't have any way to undo a disaster like that if that happens. So I am just going to upgrade this just to make sure that I don't die to the heart here. Maybe overly cautious. This is pretty good. I want an artifact potion, but I don't see any. This is funny. I don't have the energy for it. I could get up to it. But it's kind of bad with our game plan of focus. Plasma is great with like reprogram when you don't have focus. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, gain 6 block. I could just take more max HP. Do I want an unupgraded defragment? 1 focus. Probably. I can double cast it off Echo Form. It could just, like, we could draw it early and then just have a bad time. Don't love that as a possibility. I could card remove just to reduce the like possibility, because we really just want to play our whole deck turn 1. So if I card remove and defend, we have much more likelihood of that happening. And then we don't need defragment when the deck is doing its thing. I could also get a reboot. And I can do this plus a reboot because that's 205. I can get Strawberry. More max HP could. I also have Lizard Tail actually. With Lizard Tail, I don't need Strawberry. I'm just gonna make it most likely that my deck does the thing. We're gonna do that. And I'm gonna grab. I really want to take this, but I'm gonna take a reboot. That way, if my opening hand is just horrendous, I can try again. Ditch this. 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 Do I keep the reboot? Or do I ditch it? I'm gonna ditch it. Okay. This is great. Let's start with Skim. FTL is free. Yeah, we will just double energy. Then just play my whole hand. Capacitor, loop, cold snap this dude, charge battery, zap, self-repair. Not a terrible turn one. I have to survive this turn. But we're doing okay. Let's start with a sweeping beam. Biased cog. Let's consume. Is this the time to biased cog? It might be. There's a lot of damage. It probably is. I think it is. Biased cog, turbo, ball lightning, defend. I do full block. Okay. 57 damage coming our way. We're going to seek for dual cast. I couldn't get static discharge. I'm just going to get a defend. We're going to dual cast this frost away. I'm going to hologram back a turbo. Play the turbo. Then we can echo form. I think I'm full blocking this dude, even currently. But I'm going to, let me do the math. 12 plus 57 is 69. 47 plus, this is going to be 27. Will be, yeah, that's more than enough. So I will reboot. And I hit the void. Full blocking. I was like, I could turn directions. Like, I don't even need to turn directions right now. That's how absurdly broken this build is. So, whatever we play first will be copied. Just ball lightning. Then we're going to dual cast. Then I will consume. Turbo. Zap. I'm blocking at the start of this turn because they're going to hit for a ton. 22. Let's double charge battery this turn. Feels appropriate. Sweeping beam. Yeah, okay. I can cold snap. Then defend. I am taking some damage here, I think. Yeah, a little bit. But it could be worse. Let's double FTLU. Then we can turbo. I don't have space for skim yet. Let's do that, then skim. Sweeping beam is great. We gain dexterity. Cold snap. I want to make sure I can, like, face this guy. But I want to cold snap him so I can kill him. Okay, perfect. Then I can charge battery. Then defend, reboot. One down, sweeping beam, and a dual cast. Cool. Okay, full block, barely. This dude's blocking for a lot. Ball lightning, double cast should take him down. Tori, pretty good. Skill potion. I think Dex potion is better. White noise plus, random power. Ooh, it's tempting. I'm gonna take it. We're gambling over here. This is a great start. I don't want biased cog. Static discharge is pretty tempting though. This is very tempting. What do I want to do? I'm blocking next turn as well. I think we want to just maximize our chance of going off here. So let's do this. We'll start with an FTL. I should have drank a strength potion first. Drink strength potion, drinks dex potion. I almost want to save the power potion for post echo form. Let's go echo form. Do I want to turbo into reboot? That does put another void into my deck. That does put another void into my deck. I think it's greedy. I'm just going to reboot. Alright. I'm going to white noise. They just want it to happen. Let's reboot again. I will get self-repair out of the deck. End turn. We're really looking for like capacitor, things like that. Consume. Double casting consume is very interesting. Double casting seek is also very interesting. I can get back biased cog. Let's drink a power potion and see what that brings. Another echo form. Or honestly, capacitor is also interesting. I can echo form. Now that I know how it works, if I echo form here, it's going to be cast twice. And then whatever I play next is going to be cast twice as well. Which could be seek. Let's get echo form. Play echo form. So I should be able to double seek into something else. That's interesting. Taking me for 67. Yeah, because the first card I played this turn was Echo Form. The second card will be cast twice, and the third card will be cast twice. So I can seek plus into double capacitor, I think. Let's grab capacitor loop. This is going to grab... What do I need now? Dual cast is probably my best blocking option. Turbo is there. Capacitor loop, turbo. Seek is in my discard. Just a cold snap? Cold snap's interesting. I'm getting two things. Holy cow. Okay, I'm gonna get hologram. That's right, I'm getting two. Cold snap will block for... I have one, I'm gonna get three more, it'll be 5. So cold snap blocks for less than a charge battery right now. Then we turbo. Oh god! That was a punt. Yeah, I wanted to double capacitor. That's okay. We should still be able to win, but that's a really bad punt. Yeah, I just saw my hand. Okay. One thing you gotta do is focus, and we should be able to focus and still take this down. Do that, let's loop, let's consume. Then we can hologram back. Consume. Charge battery. We're gonna take quite a bit, but I'm gonna get a lot of lightning orbs from this. No, just 2. Okay, focus, my friend. Focus. First 3 cards are cast twice, so let's start with a cold snap. Then let's ball lightning to get a frost orb at the front. Then 3 times 5 is 45. I should be good. Let's sweeping beam as the third one that's copied. Okay, dual cast is great here, because I just get it back. Then the last card I play will be a slime. Alright, full block, get the frost. First 3 cards are cast twice. I guess it will be FTL first. Then skim. Then I guess just a rip and tear. Extra dexterity. And then I'm going to... Yeah, I want to block next turn, so let's charge battery here. Get rid of the void. 47 attack is nothing. We're going to move to damage time and double bias cognition. Ball lightning. Sweeping beam. Yeah, I'm still full blocking. And I drew a void at a wrong time, but I think we're still okay. Is there anything else I want to do? Next turn's going to be kind of bad, but with liquid memories, I should be okay here. 4/15. So first card is copied twice, which will be 4/15 is like 60 damage. I need to get this frost over here. Let's start with charge battery. Then sweeping beam. 22. The third card will also be cast twice. Right now, if I get this frost over here, I'll block for 34 plus 22 is... We're getting calculator here. I'm not dying to the heart again today. So 34 plus 22 will be 56 block. He's hitting me for 60. So that's not that bad. Which means I'm going to play skim here. Okay. I could do way better than that now. Let's go turbo. Get double energy out of here. Okay. I can... defend is great. I can dual cast... How do I do this? Because I can get an extra frost orb if I time it correctly. I think that's the play. We're going to cold snap. Then ball lightning. Then zap. Then dual cast. Frost orb at the front. Rip and tear FTL. We're going to get an extra frost orb and this is going to trigger twice. Blocked for 91. Cool. Now, I will start things off with sweeping beam. That'll draw some cards. Perfect. Then we can ball lightning to get damage going. Then rip and tear to get damage going. I could consume. Would consume help? Right now, I can kill the heart. I can do enough damage. If I pass turn, this is going to trigger twice. So that's going to be 32 plus 16 plus 16. If I pass turn, the heart takes 64 damage. I think that's just the play. We can block, get more extra energy. Yeah. And I can kill with a zap. Wow, okay. I punted the beginning, but we made it work. You just gotta really, really slow down and focus. Wow. Happy with this build. The aesthetic discharge didn't end up mattering, so I kind of regret taking that one. But yeah, the gold-plated cables was a really big part of our build, and gambling chip letting us just find our key combo of really just consume plus loop was most of our build. And then the tricky part with loop is just making it so you have the correct orb at the rightmost position every time, which is a big point against static discharge, because if you're getting hit, that's not there. But anyway, I like this build a lot, and we are on Ascension 16 now. See you there.